They call it the yellow dust. To use that term loosely, but
Right.
it's
Vietnam,
just all the pollution.
same deal. But the new deal really is, though, they want to tax us at 70% rate to pay for it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's okay. So anytime government gets involved in this shit, it is, and that kind of goes into another thing I have. Like, people just don't take ownership of their problems. Anytime government gets involved, it is for one reason alone: to control people and their money. So all they want to do is take your money, give it to some other people so they can get their votes and continue controlling everybody. It's bullshit. Nothing good will ever come from all this government regulation.
No, it really doesn't. There's some good things, but I think we're at the point where the government, through taxation and welfare, are trying to control the majority, that if you don't vote for us and do it our way, you no longer get that free ride.
Well, exactly.
But forcing industry to start changing is one way to do it, but you should do it gradually that makes sense. But this whole deal where, hey, come to America, we're going to give you a free ride, and then we're going to tax everybody else in America 70%.
Well, and
ridiculous.
Also, it's not a fair thing to get in here either.
No.
My cunt of an ex-wife, her family's from Laos, and they cannot fucking get into this country. It doesn't matter. Like, they had a grandfather trying to just come over for Christmas one year with presents. They wouldn't let him in because they said, we're afraid you might overstay your visa.
Well, yeah,
He
that's
said,
not
fuck
just
you, I don't want to stay in your shithole country. I want to go back to Laos where I can afford to fucking live. Guy's like 70, doesn't want to fucking be here.
I learned quite a lot about that. It's not just the American guy, like Vietnam. You cannot get a visa to leave Vietnam unless you have like nearly $250,000 worth of collateral, or somebody's willing to sponsor you to pay for your loss, because if they could come to America, they're just not going to come back.
Yeah.
And America understands that. I don't blame America for doing that. But I also think you should have a round trip ticket purchased before you get here.
Well, it's not that difficult to just not show up for the plane ticket. But I say it's
But
bullshit.
it's paid for, so we can put you on that plane. It's paid for. We can find your ass.
I just say it's bullshit because everyone from the south of the border just gets in by convenience. Well, you're close, so a lot more of you get in than literally anyone else in the world.
Now you know how Canada feels about us. Stop buying our cigarettes, eh?
Right, well, again, and that's all bullshit government regulation that jacks up the prices there as well. Just, you can't stop the market. You can't stop that vacuum that's going to keep pulling in more people. And I guess that's my bigger point there. Like, a wall's not going to fix it. Tougher immigration policy is not going to fix it. My personal opinion, just open up the borders. Not complete open borders, but open the gateways, tag everybody that comes in. I'm talking RFID chips, biometric scans, like the whole...
And get rid of the welfare, the automatic welfare.
Fact. Oh, no, absolutely. I mean, I don't give a shit if you're here, drive, whatever. Take a driver's license test. I don't fucking give a shit. You're going to do it regardless.
Yeah, get a job.
But then there's another side of this as well. We do give a lot of illegals free shit because of the taxation, but they also steal Social Security numbers then, which is one problem, because then some poor son of a bitch has to pay $1 million+ in taxes to the IRS they have a lien on their house because 18 illegals stole their Social Security number and racked up all that tax debt. But then those same people who did work pay into this tax system on behalf of someone else, and maybe they have to pay it or not, but then they never collect on that Social Security.
Social Security is the biggest pyramid scam
on
the planet.
Absolutely. I mean, it'll be insolvent soon enough. There's not a doubt about that. But bottom line, no, they paid for these benefits into this tax system, then they don't get to collect any of them because they're working under someone else's name.
Yeah. Well, that's their problem. If they came in
No
here
shit.
legally, it should be fine. If they pay taxes under that system, maybe the guy who they stole their stuff from should be able to collect that money.
Well, indeed. I couldn't agree more on that one.
And I got to tell you, I think the way we put people in jail to punish them is wrong. Not because jail is wrong, but you know what? If you were going to get flogged when you got caught rather than lose a year of your life, the chances of you doing something wrong for the second time are probably up there. And those that are going to do it anyway, it doesn't matter if you flog them or put them in jail for 5 years. The second they get out, they have no choice but to do something wrong to make money quick.
That's true. Well, and everything's illegal, too.
And let's start like chopping off people's left hand or something like that.
Yeah, theft. Just lose a hand. You will stop stealing very quickly.
Yeah.
Because after the second time, you have nothing left to deal with.
Exactly.
With both hands.
Forced labor. There's no reason we got to pay $25 an hour to somebody on a union job to pick up trash on the side of the road for the state. And you know what? If you're going to run away, give the guards the ability to shoot you. But cameras should be on everything, because if he shoots you for the wrong reason, he should get shot too.
Agreed. I mean, it's just like these dickhead cops that just act fucking crazy. Not to say they're all fucking dickheads, but there's a lot of fucking dickhead cops.
Well, come on. You shoot somebody, you get away with it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when the robber comes into my house and shoots me or robs me and I shoot him, but he gets away with it, gets to shoot me because he got hurt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, he sues the shit out of you, takes everything.
Yeah,
because
accountability.
Yeah.
Once you've committed that crime and you got shot, maybe you wouldn't have got shot if you weren't stealing from me.
Fact. I don't give a shit about proportionality at that point. You should not have been in my fucking house.
For any reason.
It all boils on this bullshit fucking government policy. Most of it doesn't even make sense. It's just, it is the inherent problem with government, though. Everyone says, well, just run for local city council. You can't do shit at city council because most of it's state law or county law or federal law.
Even then, you can't do anything. It's like the president versus the Congress. If the Congress doesn't agree with the president can't get anything done. If the president doesn't agree with what Congress is doing, he can veto it, and then everybody's in a shitty stalemate. Which, well, I think we're kind of there right now with this government shutdown.
Well, and yeah, it's this piss and match, kind of like you were talking about there with Trump offering 3 years of the improved immigration policy in exchange for a couple $2 billion for his fence. But
well, personally speaking, I've seen what they do in San Diego. They just dig a 3-mile long tunnel under the fence, and I've also seen what happens with harboring those immigrants. Look what happened in Germany. Look what happens here. Something like 20% of the really heinous crimes that happen are from people that aren't even legally here. Plus all the rapings going on. I mean, the Muslims go to Germany and rape everybody. The Mexicans aren't the only ones who come here. You got Filipinos, you got the Vietnamese, you got the Chinese. We've got, felons from Canada or other people traveling here. And what do they do when they get here and they're undocumented? They get away with murder. Literally.
So, I don't know. I'm hearing statistics that don't reflect that. However, my own experience, because my kid was in 4th grade when we were in Denver, and I told him, you better fight back if someone's fucking with you at school. So he punches this kid in the face. This kid, almost my size. I mean, this kid's big, and beat the shit out of him. We're talking black eyes, and he was fucked up. And so I go to the school, what the fuck are you gonna do about this? Oh, sorry, sir. We'll talk to the parents. No, you're not gonna fucking talk to the goddamn parents. My kid is fucked up.
Yeah, Julie Hall at this point.
Oh, yeah. Well, so I go to the cops. Well, we can't do anything with the school or anything. Bull fucking shit. This is assault and battery, but it happened on school grounds. I don't give a shit. So I go to my attorney. It turns out you actually have to go through this bullshit administrative court system that basically you can't do it. So I ended up seeing this kid riding his bike down the street one day, hopped the curb in front of him, had his little brother take me to his house. His little brother's scared shitless. And, we live right there. And his kid's, trying to lie, shut the fuck up. And the kid's like, whatever you want. Just whatever you want, sir. Please don't murder us. So I followed these kids home. It was 3 houses away. And, of course, the grandmother and the mom don't speak a lick of English. And I know, 100 words of Spanish, maybe. Enough to not die, maybe. And so I was able to explain enough to them to where they look at the little one. Little one just, boom, spills all the fucking beans. And is terping and everything. So he's translating everything I'm saying. They go off on this kid, slap him around, and we're so sorry. They think they're going to get deported. Little do they know they're pretty much immune to everything because it's a sanctuary city. They can't get in any trouble. They can't get deported. They're basically invincible.
I'm still happy they think they can, though.
I don't know.
That's the only reason they were sorry.
Oh, no, absolutely. Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, some of my other neighbors, they were pretty generally good people. But, they were just, this kid was a fucking dick. Never gave my son a lick of shit after that, though.
Right. But you know what I got to say? For the Hispanics that I've dealt with, when it comes to the family and they know somebody in the family did something wrong, they will take care of their own in most cases. And it's kind of like when we were kids. If you did something screwed up and the neighbor saw you, he beat your ass. Then he told your parents about it. They beat your ass. And then they told the whole community about it. And you're so afraid to even go outside. It's not even funny.
Oh, yeah,
so,
you're a pariah. I don't want to make eye contact with anybody.
Yeah, embarrassment alone can't be pretty good.
Yeah, that happened to me when I was probably 12 or 13. Me and my best friend, we went egging cars all the time.
I loved doing that.
Oh, so I would shoot me in the face now. At that point, I have no concept of a $30,000 car payment.
Oh, no, but Gatorade and eggs, they'll really screw up a paint job.
But, so cars would be driving my way to egg them. There just weren't any cars one night. I was like, well, fuck, we still have another dozen eggs. We'll just egg this bridge literally right across the street from my grandfather's house. This guy just spent $50,000 on a bridge. And that was his pride and joy. There's fucking eggs and cartons all over it, and it's like everyone knows who did it. This is a geriatric community with 2 little dickhead teenagers right across the street. Everybody knows who did it. So my grandfather comes in the next day to his house because he stayed with his girlfriend. So weird. I forget what the hell the guy's name was. So and so's bridge has eggs and cartons all over. You boys know anything about that? Nope.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to go home now. I'll see you in about a month.
Sorry, Grandpa. We'll be back. I got to say, though, had they actually caught you, you'd have had your ass beat.
Oh, my grandfather wasn't the ass-beaten type. He got that fell as a parent. My dad, I don't know. It was basically negligent parenting is why we're out there anyway. But
I'd have been like, okay, so go outside and pick your switch, and I want you to think about what side of the house you want to get beat on when you get home. It was both psychological and physical.
No, my grandmother, she was the fucking psycho. I mean, she beat the shit out of us just for fun, though.
Okay, now, I got to ask this craziness here, okay? Did Grandma throw her shoes at you when she was mad?
Oh, no, she's too fat to bend over, really.
Oh, okay. Now, see, I saw this with a lot of Hispanic kids, and funny enough, growing up with mine, my grandmother had what I would call the boomerang chancla. Now, chancla is like a Mexican word for a slipper, and I just call it that because it was funny, but I swear to God, if it had jewels on it, it would have been like straight out of the Avengers. It would have been, what are those little jewels that they're
they're
Infinity Stones?
Infinity Stones, yeah.
I don't know what happened. She could whip this slipper off in under 2 seconds, beat me with it. I run my butt off, and somehow she'd hit me with it at 10 feet, and it'd be back in her hand, and she's still standing in the same spot, throwing it at me again. It's like, hey, you and Captain America got something going on here, because how are you still hitting me with shoes?
Yeah. No. My grandma wasn't much for shoes. She always had a bunch of sharp rings on, though.
Oh,
she'd either punch you in the face or pick you up by the hair and just go to work on your face. And I mean, oh, God, you'd be bleeding and all bruised up. And, oh, that bitch is
Your grandma
crazy.
sounds amazing.
Oh, she's a terrible human being. Somehow she's still alive, too.
Piss and vinegar.
Oh, God.
You're full of it.
Well, she's one of those remarkable people, too, that you bring these things up. That never happened. I don't remember. Man, fuck
they changed
off,
history.
You bitch.
Love it. Hey, you know what, though? She's probably still alive for the same reason, a lot of women in my family lived a long time. They didn't fuck dogs.
Yeah, that's something I can say with confidence. She was a dirty old whore. She didn't have to fuck dogs.
No, probably had plenty of men to do that for her, but I gotta say, let's just drop the mic and say peace out on this one.
Right.
We'll be back next time. Hope you all enjoyed this podcast.
Peace out, folks.
Bye-bye.
I see myself in the pistol smoke fool. I'm the kind of cheater little homies wanna be like on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light. Been staying most of the night.